Alexa, play RKelly radio.
The station RKelly on Amazon Music.
Yeah, whoa, come on. I said, hey, whoa, come on. Okay, let's get started with this one. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check this out. In this video, I'm going to show you how they did us, how they do us, how they view us. Now, I'm going to show you how some people get bail for the most harsh crime, but you can't get R. Kelly bail. I'm going to show you how the system plays us. And it's unfair, it's disgusting, okay? So, check this story out, okay? And I need you to comment and let me know what you think about this story. So, this is the story of a guy named Brian Banks. Okay? Now, I know you wondering, look at this guy, 225 pounds, 6'4", solid football player. Why is he breaking down crying like a baby? Why is his mama crying? Well, I will give you the answer if you don't know it. Better yet, I'm not going to give you anything. I want you to listen. Just listen.
By the end of the day, Brian Banks was sitting in jail, charged with 2 counts of forcible rape and kidnapping Juanetta Gibson. He was kicked off the football team and expelled from school.
Now, this is Juanita Gibson. Look at her smiling, laughing, just gawking at who? Head thrown back at Brian Banks. She contacted him on Facebook. Check this out.
He insisted they would. Unable to make $1 million bail, Brian waited for a trial for a year behind bars. As his day in court approached, Brian says that his lawyer feared that he wouldn't get a fair trial based on his age, size, and race. So she, an African American herself, convinced Brian to plead no contest to a crime he insisted he did.
Brian Banks insisted he didn't do this crime. He was accused and given $1 million bail. He couldn't afford the bail, so they locked him up. Guilty until proven innocent, just like they doing R. Kelly. Just like they doing him. Now, what happened to Brian Banks? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Here you go.
And eventually, the 17-year-old landed in Chino State Penitentiary for raping and kidnapping a female classmate.
Now, I know you Me Too movement people out there talking about he raped her, he deserved to go to jail, he did this and that and the third. Well, guess what? Check this out right here. Call it bittersweet. A high school football star who was once the most highly sought after athlete in the nation had a rape charge against him dropped after a woman confessed on Facebook that the rape never happened. Brian Banks, who is now 26 years old, who spent 6 years in prison, broke down crying after prosecution moved for dismissal. Damn shame. Damn shame. Now, who's supposed to stand up for people like Brian Banks and R. Kelly and Antonio Brown, who's been accused of something and have their whole career snatched from them? How fair is that? What happened to her? You know, she got a $1.5 million lawsuit. And for a lie. Check this out.
With the cameras rolling, Brian asked her for help in getting exonerated. And here's how she responded.
I mean, I will go through with helping you, but it's like at the same time, all that money they gave me, I don't want to have to pay it back all that, because that will take a long time.
Though Juanetta admitted to not wanting to give back the money she won in her civil lawsuit against the school, she was willing to meet a second time. And it was then that Brian and the investigator worked to get the ultimate admission on tape.
He's accused of rape. He's accused of kidnapping. Yeah, and I need to just hear it from you, those things, and I'll put it all on a piece of paper, and then I'll meet up with you, and we can go from there.
So you want me to say it now?
Yeah, that's so I can rape you.
No, he did not rape.
Did he kidnap you?
No.
Okay.
She's a liar. She's a fucking liar. I wouldn't believe it if her tongue came notarized. Look at her. She's a liar. She don't want to get her money back. She lied and killed that man's whole career. What happened to her? Why did she get away with that? She's a liar just like she's a fucking liar. All lies. What happened when somebody lying on you like that? Well, if you don't know what happened, I'll tell you what happened to one of them. So, unless this is the 50th or 60th time she's done this, and assuming she isn't let off right away, typically false accusers get a small suspended sentence as long as they promise not to do it again and behave themselves for a fixed period of time. They usually get light community service and never see the inside of a jail cell. So you can ruin somebody's life and you can not go to jail for it. And this is what they doing to R. Kelly. Well, what happened to the other guy that was accused of sexual misconduct? $1 million bail. What happened to the other guy that was accused of sexual misconduct? $25 million severance pay to quit or get fired. Walk away with $25 million. What happened to R. Kelly? In jail, no bail. You see how they do us? This is exactly why they do us like that, because we got people like Tasha K, funky ass, and since they want funky ass, painting us in a bad light. Well, what happened to the white guy? What happened to the white guy? Well, let me tell you. Ben Roethlisberger escaped consequences from Me Too. Now, how did he do that? Ben Roethlisberger got accused of sexual misconduct twice, but unlike others facing such allegations, he got a has been accused of sexual assault years back past. Now, they giving out passes. Are you serious? He got accused twice, and Me Too ain't coming down on him, but yet here you go with R. Kelly. Here go Tasha K funky ass coming after R. Kelly. Are you serious? This shit is pissing me off. How could Jason Van Dyke get a $1.5 million bail for shooting Laquan McDonald 16 times and R. Kelly can't get a bail? How does Amber Geiger get released on bail for $300,000 and R. Kelly can't get a bail? That's how they do us, because y'all let them fucking do it. Like, comment, and subscribe.